Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurazo here, coming at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch for you guys today. And we have a lot of buyouts, especially since Nats just happened, that a lot of you probably don't know about. We're also going to see the fall of the new set info in this Market Watch. So if you guys enjoy that, make sure to smash that like button. Thank you to all your suggestions on the community tab. I always like asking you guys, even in my Market Watches, what cards am I going over next Market Watch? All that. I always love suggestions, and I miss things. So it really is a helpful tip for the channel when you guys tell me something and I don't know about it. So thank you to those who love to contribute to these Market Watches. Just want to give a shout out to you guys as well, since you help make these happen. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're buying any cards on TCG, please my link down in the description below. Check out Whatnot using my link as well. If you register, you get $15 on your next purchase, and they have more than just Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Check out Tapio Cards. Use code SAKI for 5% off. They have hats, mats, sleeves, plushies, keychains, and more. So go check them out. And of course, deck boxes. And thank you to my YouTube channel members. I appreciate you guys a lot. Look forward to a channel member video hopefully this week, and we're going to get right into it. So, Visa's Amritara, Duelist Nexus. Now, I've talked about this card at about $2. Now you see they're about $7, $8 to $9, going up to $15 here. And you might be thinking, well, what's going on with this card right now? It cannot be Vanadium, and you would be correct. The reason this is seeing play is because there's actually a way for Whitewoods to Calamity lock you and do some Crimson Dragon shenanigans as well, which is really something, I'll say that. So this card is getting bought out for that reason. The QC, on the other hand, has been making some light movements. 37, 47, 50. I mean, granted, this QC was never really below 30, if I remember correctly. It maybe have, got in there close to 30, but it was never really below 30. So the card's kind of going up slowly, as you guys see that, a lot of people are buying the QC. It is a fantastic looking QC. Like, if I pulled this out of a Duelist Nexus box, I would be happy just from the artwork alone. And I'm not really a lore guy for Yu-Gi-Oh!, at least not like current lore, but it does look really, really cool. Now, Crimson Dragon, on the other hand, is also getting bought because of this. 25, 31, going up to $40 here. Remember, we do have the tins that has Duelist Nexus in about 3 months, 2.5. So yeah, about 2.5 to 3 months. So this is on the chopping block soon here. So it really just depends if you really want to grind locals out or next format using this card. Well, here it is. You also have the Ultra, which I've told people get countless of times, because this is the sneak peek card. People are gonna want this because, hey, it's rare, right? And I don't even blame them for that, right? These sneak peek cards are something that if it's a decent sneak peek card, you should always be looking at. And now they're 35, 46, 50. And yeah, could these repopulate? Sure, but this is a card that is more valuable because it's a more rare version of the card, rather than the rarity of being an ultra itself. So this, if we're getting closer to the tins and you have your secrets and you want to upgrade to these ultras to retain a lot of the value, it's not a bad idea. The QC, on the other hand, okay, I thought I had the QC. There's the QC. Okay, I was like, I want to look over the QC. Right now, these are about 96, 100, 215. Now, these were never really cheap. They're just lower on listings. So I don't want to be like, wow, it's bought out $200 when I've seen this card like at 90. Let's say it's 90. Okay, it went up $10, right? Yes, but I'm looking over here and I'm getting a little scared here. If you did want the QC, I would definitely be pulling the trigger right now. I just call it a day. They're not going to reprint QC, so you're good, which is really, really nice here. Cosmic Blazer Dragon is also going up because of shenanigans as well. Right now, these are $18, $20, going up to $30 for Cosmic Blazer. I would think you could maybe play this in Centurion as well, if I know correctly. But I know it's mostly for Crimson Dragon and combos with that. So this card is going up. It is the highest rarity version. I think there's a super and a common. No, there's just the common. This common, I mean, maybe I'm being dumb. There's probably like huge walls, like, yeah, 72, 38. Okay, I was about to say, I know this set is a little old, but there's no way this common's gonna be worth $1, right? But I mean, people are buying it. They're like, you know what, let me just get the common. Very good reprint, Magical Heroes. Speaking of White Forest, we have Estelle here. I'm just gonna call it the red one. at $104 here. Then we've got the white one at about 77. So the QC prices are actually pretty good. Then you have Reselia, which I probably mispronounced that. And guys, tell me, I'm not an artwork guy. I know you watch for the Market Watch, but tell me this isn't one of the best looking QCs you have ever seen in your entire life. Oh man, do I love it. It's cool. It's old school cool. That's how I would honestly describe this card. Yes, it's a waifu card, but it's not relying on like fan service. It's just rocking. Like, man, this kind of reminds me of Rosario Vampire, if you know what that is. It's one of my favorites, honestly, from back in the day. I read the manga and everything when I was young, and I just love it because it reminds me of that, and it just looks super cool. I love the bats. I love her whole entire design. She looks sexy, but she looks badass as well. I love this card. This card looks so awesome in so many ways to appreciate it. Beautiful looking card. This is the kind of card that just doesn't leave your collection, at least if you're for me. The artwork just looks so fantastic. Like, it doesn't matter if I pick up the deck and I dislike it. I'm keeping this card no matter what. Then you have Tails at 45, which I know some people in my chat have said, hey, this is a one of. But so far in the TCG, I'm seeing more people play 3-way more, and it is the Searcher, so it could get better with the next wave of support. Granted, Konami dropping the ball on the second wave of support is very common now. In fact, it's to be expected, so there is that as well. Granted, its real big hindrance is that it's once per turn, so when you reset it, it's kind of a dead card till next turn. But you could use it as slaughter and all that. It's not a bad card whatsoever, especially at 45, very good. 45 for Queen of the White Force, I'm not shocked. I told people this was not going to hold 70, 80, probably go down to 60 by Friday, Saturday. Today's Monday, and I mean, yeah, 45, 46. Yeah, Sylvia the Wolf Tamer, about the same thing. You've got White Forest here, which, by the way, if I call it White Woods, I believe that's the OCG name. So, as much as I love you guys typing my comment section for the algorithm, look, I'm going to call it White Woods sometimes. It just is what it is. $31 for the red, $21 for the white. Now, this was $20 on release compared to like 10, so they have increased. I knew the Whitewood stuff was just too cheap. $5 for Tails here, which is not bad at all. This card was actually a lot cheaper. In fact, someone said it was as low as 50 cents, but I don't remember seeing it as low as 50 cents, but that's just me. Then you have the Synchro at 5. Look, they overkilled this deck with secrets. $5, this shouldn't have been a secret at all, but it does look pretty, don't get me wrong, but 3 secrets is just too much. Ancient Gears, if you do not know, we actually saw a feature match where Ancient Gears OTK'd Snake Eyes Fiendsmith, and it was nice to see something fun out of Nats. Now, granted, Nats did not go as one-sided as I thought. Snake Eyes / Snake Eye Fiendsmith. In fact, I didn't really see much Fiendsmith at all. I just saw the Snake Eye on my breakdown, but I know Fiendsmith was in the top 64. There was less Snake Eye in the top 64 than I thought. I believe it was like 31 or 33 places, one of the two numbers. And I was like, huh, that's around 50%. I expected 70 to 80, personally. So it was a lot less than people thought. Granted, the rest of it was like Tempai and a little bit of other stuff, right? A little bit of Yubel. Some actual Ritual Beasts got 2 of the top 64 places. I found that extremely interesting. But Ancient Gear Ballista here is right now is $12, going up to 15, 16. People are like, oh, I could play a fun deck that can beat Snake Eye. We're going to do it, right? That's why Voiceless Voice was popular, which no Voiceless Voice in top 64, by the way. Fortress here, this card has yet to have a reprint. I don't know why Konami cannot throw this as a bulk holo somewhere. But today they're like $20, $21. They've been as low as 13, but this card's been double digits for so many years. It's not even funny at this point. Like, I actually can't even tell you how long this has been money. Ancient Gear Fusion, which is the OG Ultra, $8 going up to 20, going up to 40 here. In fact, I did not look at this, but I'm actually here at $9. I thought I had an Ultra while I was looking at this card, and I'm like, okay, I guess I do. Hey, here it is. Ancient Gear Fusion secrets are 5s. I told people to get the secrets at 5s, you know, quite cheap here, because these were like, you know, I would say I talked about them when they were like $2 or $3. Yeah, it was rough over here. They were like $1 or something. Like, huh, you guys should get this as a petty sum because it'll go up to 4 or 5. And even your El Dorado ones now are worth about $1. So if you guys probably have El Dorado in your bulk, hey, that's a free couple bucks. El Dorado is a set that has, I think the actual gold rares, not the actual like golds themselves, but the rares in this set are probably better than the entire set. Silthouse Rabbit QC is going up. I knew this was popular. I knew, but I didn't think it was going to see play as quick as it did. Bought out at $90 to $100 here. The Illusionist archetype is giving us a lot of unique stuff to work with, and the Rabbit is one of them. In fact, this card is still getting cooked with, and you should probably expect this on more market watches. If you don't have your secrets, which are right here, $8, I would definitely go grab your secrets. The Unstoppable Exodia here is about 43. I told people this is the one that's probably the best to get. That's going to be the most stable. But some of the other ones have gone up as well, which we'll see. Mulcharmy, this has gone up to about 58, $60. I said this will go low and then back up. It went low and went back up. The only thing I was incorrect about is I thought it would take a while. It did not take a while. People are like, nope, this card is good. You should actually play it. And as you guys could see from the listings here, it is seeing play. You have the QC here, about 165, going up to 200. Again, I'm not too shocked here at this price. I actually think it's quite a good price for a QC, 160. Singenjin wakes up from a Melendric, or I was reading it off here, so the N looked like a K. Singenjin wakes from a Millennium. Only I can mispronounce this word, guys. What can I say? $43. In fact, I'm going to be having some YouTube shorts soon. My editor's been really slow with it, unfortunately. And keeps telling me, oh, they're coming, and, I don't have them. I also want to go over some stuff from Phantom Nightmare people are not looking at. Raid Raptor Bloom Vulture. Super rare here is about $1. This is 37. Going up to $2. A lot of people don't realize, but Raid Raptor is one of the most popular casual decks for like casual people. I see them love it all the time. And to see this card actually being worth money is kind of insane. But I believe we had something similar happen with Phantom Nightmare, with those supers being worth a little bit. So you guys probably have these in bulk. Hey, these are worth dollars. So if you got a case, you probably have like 15 to 20 copies of this. So maybe like 13 or 14, depends on how your box is one, I guess. But hey, it's a free let's say 13 to 14 or 27 $28, depending if you see them at ones or twos right now. Obsidian, this is saying play against Fiendsmith because what's called your face of social monsters your opponent control become pyro during your turn only. Dollars right over here for these. So these are seeing some play as well. You have White Sardine. I went over this last market watch, but I want to go over again. This card's also going up to about $1. Phantom Nightmare is definitely a set that keeps on giving. Very, very good super rares. And then we have to talk about this Mermail Hype because we got some new support, and we've talked about this quite a bit. I've talked about it because of hat format. I said, hey, high rarity Mermails, it's already kind of too late, but it's going to get worse. And guess what? It got worse. Ulti Abystiuses are 63. I mean, you have a first in there for 60, but they're about 60s. Abyss Megalos are about $40. First and light plays are closer to 50. First at ulti Abyss Lins are like 34, which is something that's good. 26 here. But there's a problem with Abyss Lindy that we're gonna see here. Then you have Abyss Giles, again another card that has no reprints whatsoever. $32 here. The ultras for Abyss Lind are bought out, and I'm not shocked. This card is needed, and Mermails in general have needed a reprint a while. Like Shadows of Valhalla are where we actually saw Mermail reprints. And we saw Megalo finally reprinted as a super. We saw Abysski, what's it called? This guy as a super rare there. And we didn't see the other ones. And I'm like, man, we really need this, especially if we ever get legacy support. And now we're in a bad spot. $11 for your Abyss Gaios, your Abyss Spikes or something, but that's a high rarity one. That's a super. It comes in rare. Same with Abyss Gun at 6. You got Abyss Lead at 3, and then you also have Abyss Strike at $30, which I believe is a solo print from Cosmo Blazer. Yep, it's a solo print. I have one of those somewhere. That's the funniest part about it. So I have to fish it out. I think I have like 2 copies because I'm like, oh, they're like $1 or $2. You know what? They're solo prints. I'm just gonna shove them in a deck box. I do that quite a bit with these decade-old cards. I don't want to sell it at $1 or $2. And then the rest of this is looking okay. You do have your secrets here, which are very good to get right now, honestly. You have your OG Ultras at 50 cents, very good to grab. The link's not doing anything. The supers here, again, are pennies here. Just something to kind of look at over here. I think these secrets are actually really good to grab personally, but that's just my opinion. With that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this market watch as you always do. We had a lot of buyouts to go over. Tomorrow, by the way, I will be doing my live stream at 8 p.m. Central. I will be doing Edison most likely, though. I actually have to check. I already checked in with one person I was supposed to do with, and unfortunately, he's not able to do it. So I'm going to be looking forward to somebody else to do the Edison, dueling with me. It'll be like on Dueling Book, because I do want to try live streaming some different things. I do want to get some deck profiles. Just the formats have been really icky, and I just haven't felt the motivation to give you guys more deck profiles. But you guys have liked it. I have a very gimmicky bad deck I want to throw out there, but after that, I'm going to give you actual deck profiles. Like, I'm going to have my White Forest deck profile. I'm going to have my updated Madolche deck profile. But I do definitely want to do those on next list. So after August, I'm going to give you guys a gimmicky one first, because it's not going to change at all. And then going to give you guys that. But so hopefully you guys will look forward to that. Let me know what cards I'm going over in the next market watch in the comment section below. Leave a like. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.